Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, rest in peace to Lou Duva. He passed away today. And obviously, this is a Joseph Parker video, but everything kind of comes full circle. That's why I'm using, well, actually, I'm watching some old Holyfield fights too. But Kevin Berry, he had his fight with Holyfield in the Olympics. And Holyfield is someone that a lot of fans have compared to Joseph Parker, not necessarily his style, but just, well, some of the things he does, but just based on him being one of the smaller heavyweights around right now. Although I don't see him as small, but a lot of people think he's just this small guy. Yes, he's not 6'8", 6'9", but 6'4", 240 pounds. Seems like a big guy to me, but we are in the new age of these 6'8", 6'9" guys. But I was reading this article on stuff.co.nz, and I'll leave it in the description box. You can click it, read it, come to your own surmise about it. But just reading it, and Parker will start sparring next week. Reading the article, he was saying, he's getting a little bit nasty. He said he wants to smash Hughie Fury. He says he's going to smash him on May 6th. And during the article, and also they were telling Parker, or no, in the article, it was saying that Bellew, because we all know Bellew called out Wilder and Parker. And in the article, Bellew said that he believes that Parker is the lesser of all the three champions. And I've heard a lot of fans say this. A lot of fans believe that, Wilder and Joshua rate higher than him. You know what I mean? If I was to rate them, I probably would have Parker third. But really, it doesn't really mean nothing until they all get in there and fight. You know what I mean? But I don't look at him like he's a chump. You know what I mean? I definitely don't look at him like that. But Parker, he knows this. He knows that a lot of fans, and in this article, he even said that, it's cool, man. He knows that he's the, soft-spoken dude from New Zealand that everybody's kind of overlooking a little bit. It may go to bite people in their ass, though. You know what I mean? Because this dude can fight. You know what I mean? But in the article, he's the type of dude, man, he's going to leave it in the ring, But he knows that people look at him like the weakest link. And I think he uses that for motivation. He has that chip on his shoulder. He comes across like a quiet, laid-back dude. But like I said, man, like in the Dimitrenko fight, he showed me some nastiness in that fight. And he has it in him. You know what I mean? He certainly has it in him. You know what I mean? He has a chip on his shoulder like Evander Holyfield did, being a smaller guy. Well, small compared to the other heavyweights, but not necessarily the same as Evander. I know Evander moved up from cruiserweight. I'm not saying he took the same path, but when Evander did turn heavyweight, people are looking at him like, okay, you can fight, but we're not sure if you can beat Tyson and some of the other heavyweights. And Evander fought with a chip on his shoulder, man. And I think Parker will have that same type of chip on his shoulder. It's one thing that people criticize guys like Wilder and Joshua, Klitschko and Ortiz, but Parker just I just feel as if sometimes people look at him like he's like, like he hasn't done anything to really solidify himself. And just beating Takam and Ruiz by decision just isn't enough for some people. And I think he's going to go into this fight with Fury, like I said, with a chip on his shoulder and try to make a statement and try to make this, his career is still young, but try to make this his highlight win, a devastating knockout. And Fury himself is going into that fight with a chip on his shoulder. He feels that a lot of people are overlooking him, underestimating him. A lot of people think he's going to lose regardless because he's fighting in New Zealand. He has a chip on his shoulder too. So both these guys have a lot to prove. Fury trying to prove that he can duplicate what his cousin did, which is win a world title at heavyweight. And Parker's trying to show everybody that, I'm not the weakest link and I'm going to knock this dude out. So a KO victory would be very impressive. You know what I mean? A KO victory would be very impressive. And I think he's going to really try to go for it. I don't think he's going to come out there and try to be wild, but I think he's going to be aggressive. He's going to try to walk Fury down. He's going to throw combinations. He's going to, let his hands go, man. So Fury and Parker are both coming to this fight with a chip on their shoulder. You know what I mean? But just want to get it out there to you guys, what I read in that article. Parker knows that everybody's looking at him like the weak link. He knows everybody's viewing him like that, but he just got to go in the ring and let his hands do the talking, man. You know what I mean? And he said after this fight with Parker that he wants to fight overseas, either America or in the UK. And I think Bob Arum tried to expand some of his fights to China. You know what I mean? When he signed the Top Rank. So can't wait for the fight, man. Rest in peace, Lil Duva. I'm out.